Thank you, Creator, for all you do, all you have done, all you continue to do, and all that is to come. I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you. Today is the 7th of June, Wednesday. It's 8:48 or 48 minutes after 8 on Wednesday, June the 7th. So one of the brothers had a video, you know what I'm saying? And I checked the video out, man, and that's, I had seen, people talking about that, you know what I'm saying? And I had already came into that truth about how they was doing this type of foolishness and foolery in the entertainment industry, you know what I'm saying? And this brought to my attention, you know what I'm saying, that I hadn't spoke about this yet. Or I did, but I didn't really get into the real seriousness of it. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that. It's not only the mask, it is the spirit covering as well. You know, everybody has life. Now, in the book that they confused and confounded, and all other books are translated from the ancient text. But those that seek and sought to have control over the creation and the life within it did this corruption. The corruption that they have done has kept the creation of life in a continuous downward spiral that only continues to take life out of the creation. First things first, creator of all of existence created all of existence and all of the life that is within it, and all to sustain the life that is within the creation. There were those, and we all were created with the knowledge of truth. Those that sought out to have control over the creation of life started corrupting with lies, deceit, and deception, and many other things as they forward their mission into this darkness by wanting to be served and getting into things like corrupting DNA and killing things and mixing poisons and chemicals and toxins and such together in order to intoxicate their minds for a different type of feeling, right? By doing so, they corrupted themselves to the point to where they lost their immortal, eternal soul bodies, but had amassed enough people to follow within the corruptions that they had started, that it continued, and this corruption spread throughout the creation of life, which they have tricked you into believing is the world, that is a ball, that is a complete lie. With this corruption of the DNA, people started to come out looking different. Everyone in the creation of life knew that they had and have eternal life, because this was given by Creator of all of existence and all that is within the creation. to sustain the eternal life that is within it. But because of the corruption, lies, trickery, and deceit, those that corrupted themselves in the beginning and taught these corruptions to others, death came into the creation of life. Those that lost their bodies were still eternal energy spirits and continue to live as eternal dark spirits because they wanted to continue to exist in the creation of life because of all of the corruption that they had done, and they felt that they were something more than what has been given to all of the life. Being that these first fallen ones had taught people to pray to them and such and to accept them, these eternal spirits that no longer had their bodies are able to attach to the living, and the corruption that they did to the DNA, and people started coming out looking different. This was a problem, and there was a lot of death going on within the creation because of this, because people did not know how to take the way that others looked. So those that had gained control started sending out the corruption that they had did to make people bow down under the rule of those that sought to be praised for the corruption that they had done. This continued throughout the history of existence as they continued with their corruption. They started getting their intelligence together to where they could make the killing calm down, because they knew that this would surely bring destruction and the erasing of the dark spirits that had corrupted themselves. So they started conjuring up demons so that they would look normal because of the corruption of the DNA. So then there would no longer be a fear of people looking different. We are not to accept any spirit because we ourselves are eternal energy, spiritual lives in this immortal, eternal soul body that is complete with eternal organs that continuously work to heal itself as long as you are eating the true fruits, vegetables, and life-giving water, and not corrupting it in any way, shape, or form, or defiling it by participating in such things as eating meat, because you have to kill in order to eat meat. And anything that has to be killed means that there is a spirit that is no longer in the creation, in the body that it was born in. These eternal energy spirits linger in the creation of life because of the covenant that they accept under the trickery, lies, and deceit, not knowing how to go back to Creator, they are here. And those that know this are able to call those spirits to them to use that eternal energy in order to cover themselves to look normal, and many other things such as hexes and curses if you are under the same covenant. In any covenant is a deal and an agreement, and we are not to make anything of the such, because we were not created to bow, but created to stand in the truth, up for the truth, and to live in the truth, in the creation of life as free living beings. These eternal energies that no longer have bodies of their own still are eternal energy spirits, and they still think. By one accepting a spirit to come to them, this makes them double-minded, because now the spirit that is born within the body also has another spirit that it is invited to themselves, and that spirit has a thought process as well. We are clearly told in the books that they corrupted and confused do not have anything to do with speaking to the dead or conjuring up any type of spirit. There is something that is Creator's given information of truth. This truth is, as long as you are told the truth, then you have been told the truth. So the demons and those that were in the corruption and have always known that the gods are demons did their lies, trickery, deception, and deceit, sorcery, witchcraft, magic, and word magic in order to trick the life in creation to not know the truth, but at the same time be given the truth. All of this can be seen in the book that is called the Bible, that they corrupted, that makes it babble, because it is confusion, and it is wrote in parables so that the life in creation would not be able to receive the truth. Parables is spoken, so only those that know what is going on will know what's going on, and those that do not know what is going on will not understand the parables. If you are speaking and someone does not understand what it is you are truly saying, then it confuses you. If there is confusion, then there are lies, trickery, and deceit. This trickery and deceit has been done to all of the life in creation. Speaking in parables is confusion, and confusion is the author of evil spirits. The truth is within the books. One just has to take their time to research and study the books. This is a problem because throughout the history of existence, those that have always known about this confusion, chaos, and corruption that has been done to the books are the ones that have always preached and taught the books to the life in creation. We have all been deceived into speaking to and conjuring up the dead to invite a different thought process to ourselves. This is a corruption of life because there is only supposed to be the spirit that is born within that immortal, eternal soul body. This makes it confusing for anyone to ever truly see any truth because there are two different spirits in that one body thinking. Depending on how much a person conjures up spirits and speak to the dead, they may be littered with evil spirits of the earth, so there are no telling how many thought processes they may actually have. These evil spirits of the earth can also trick a person's eyesight. This is done so that those that look different cannot be seen for what they truly look like. We have never been able to see this because of the corruption that has been done systematically, continuously, and constantly, and plotted out and planned and carried throughout the history of existence through pharmakia. Pharmakia in the Bible of confusion speaks of this. Pharmakia is the mixtures of poisons, drugs, and all sorts of things that will defile a person's immortal, eternal soul, body, and you and your eternal spirit are as one. So if you are corrupting one, you are corrupting them both. By you accepting another spirit, you are defiling yourself. By them tricking and deceiving us into believing that pharmakia is actually something good for one's person, and it is not. This is defiling you to such an extent you are not able to sense the presence of the spirits that you have been tricked and deceived into calling to yourself, that makes you double-minded. And it is such a subtle presence because you have been given pharmakia that is now used what they call medicine because of the word magic, meaning the continuation of the changing of words to keep the life in creation confused. They do not know that this so-called medicine is actually poison to continue to hinder and destroy the natural creator-given senses that are given to you from birth in your eternal spirit, immortal, eternal soul body, because this has been continued throughout your life consistently by telling you, we are giving you this medicine to keep you from getting sick. This is a lie. This is a continuation to continue to destroy your immortal, eternal soul body that would allow you to see and sense things that you do not believe exist, and they do. This is what they are calling the universal law, that is actually the creator-given truth to all of the life in creation, were corrupted in such a way that the truth is in it, but wrote in such a way that the life cannot see it. And because you accept a different spirit and have been poisoned consistently throughout your life with everything that they do with their pharmakia, that is medicine, which is poison, and all of the ingredients, another word that has been changed, which is actually pharmakia, because ingredients is the mixtures of different chemicals and such, and they put that in all of the foods. So you have been consistently been deteriorating, so you are not able to see or sense this presence. What they call the universal law, that truly are the instructions of truth from Creator, is simply this: you must tell them the truth. These evil spirits, with the slickery and trickery and dark demonic thought process, having waste of eternal energy that they chose to become, corrupted the books and confused them in such a way that you are not able to receive the truth. They do, however, give you the truth in forms of parables, which is confusion in everything that they do. In their plays, their movies, TV shows, cartoons, music, and so on and so forth. They tell you in some movies that they wear masks. They do. And they are wearing those masks and have done this for centuries. The masks are really just an outplay of the humans. Those that knowingly and willingly accept the covenant, thinking that they are in some sort of secret knowledge of truth that is really secret information of destruction. They play those roles and they wear different masks and play different parts in the world stage. They tell you this in some of their first plays, and I think that guy's name was, I can't remember, it's Shakespeare, saying, we are merely players playing different roles in the world stage. This was a clue of truth to the life. They show you this also in movies such as Mission Impossible, where they use masks but that is not who they really are. These are the ways that they are being able to get away with such things, because they have to get us to either agree to them doing these things or just not pay them no attention. Because if you do not speak up and out against the evil and corruption, then they have the right to continue to do so in the creation of life, because you accept it. They have done this, and they do this with everything that they do. So by them telling us that pharmakia in the Bible is witchcraft and sorcery, and when you look it up in the dictionary, because they use word magic and they changed it so that we would not know and keep having to look for the truth, we simply just didn't notice. So we agreed to allow them to poison us because they told us what it was in the forms of parables, lies, trickery, and deceit, but the truth is there. They told us in the Bible that pharmakia is witchcraft and sorcery, and they put it in the dictionary saying that pharmakia is chemicals, drugs, poisons, and different things that they choose to use to defile. But then they word magic changes those words into things like medicine and pharmakia over the counter drugs. And any drugs that you take is to defile your immortal, eternal soul, body, and you and your eternal spirit are one. So if you are corrupting one, you are corrupting the other. This is so you will not be able to use your creator-given senses. So you will not be able to sense the presence of any evil around you or see this evil. They have also come out with many technologies to continue to hinder your creator-given senses. They used the parables and word magics to trick you into accepting a different spirit under the deception of telling you that it is something good, and it is not. They tell you in the Bible, do not speak to the dead and do not conjure up any type of spirit, for this is witchcraft and sorcery. And it is not witchcraft and sorcery. It is calling another spirit to yourself. It is agreeing to allow the evil spirits of the earth to dwell with you. This is not supposed to be done. Those spirits are condemned for corrupting their immortal, eternal soul bodies and losing them. They are now just dwelling spirits of evil in the creation. They have tricked all of the life in creation to follow in their footsteps on the path, the way, and what they like to call the truth in the light that is the lie. They tell you this truth in the book that is the Bible, that is Babel, because it is confused in parables of lies, trickery, and deceit, but the truth is in the book. They say the spirit is like the wind. You know not where it come from, and you know not where it goes, but you know that it is there. The reason why you know that it is there is because you can feel the wind when it blows. However, the presence of the evil spirits that you have been tricked and deceived into accepting are not as such, but you do be able to feel the presence when your immortal, eternal soul body is clean and sober. Unfortunately, this is not the case for majority of the life in creation, because in some way, shape, or form, you are defiling your immortal, eternal soul body. This corruption of your immortal, eternal soul body came in as soon as you were born, because of the trickery of telling you, we give you this pharmakia that is medicine, that is actually poison, to keep you from getting sick. And in actuality, the truth is, this is to keep you sick. And it is to keep you from being able to use your natural creator-given senses, because of the corruption of the evil spirits of the earth and those that continue to follow in the traditions of a man, and those that followed the corruption throughout the history of existence. The truth of information is in the books, and they put it in everything that they do the same way that they put it in the book, in a form of parables, lies, trickery, and deceit, confusion, and chaos, so that you will not be able to receive the truth. This truth is meant for all of the life, because all of the life in creation has been corrupted by the fallen. The first beings in the creation that chose to seek and sought out to rule over the creation of life. And thank you, Creator, for all you do, all you have done, all you continue to do, and all that is to come. I love you. You know I love you. You know why I love you. I love y'all. Call out to Creator. Creator of all of existence is the truth. You will know the truth when you call out to Creator, because Creator will give you the truth, all of the truth, and only the truth. When you receive the truth from Creator of all of existence, you will know that Creator of all existence is the truth. Do you speak it? Now I want to show y'all this real quick before I hop up off of here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but up there you can still see that it is light outside. But they pump them smokestack machines, and the time right now is 9:23. So just as I said, it is still light out, and it is 9:22. If they did not spray the skies, it would still be light outside around maybe 10 or 11 o'clock, maybe even 12. Hell, it might not even get dark. But they want you people to continue to follow under the rule of the iron rod of the first fallen beings in creation, to continue to trap eternal energy in it because they think that this is some sort of superpower. But creator of all of existence is giving the truth to the life in creation, because those spirits that are tricked and trapped under the covenant of the first fallen are going to be free. And those dark spirits are going back into the darkness. And if you choose to continue to accept the darkness, you will go with them. This, of course, is your choice. If you choose to continue in the footsteps of the fallen ones, then you choose the darkness. Thank you, Creator. I love you. You know I love you. Love y'all. Call out to Creator. Creator is the truth. Do you speak it? If you don't speak the truth, then you speak it for who? The demons. And they calling that a Holy Ghost. And it's Beetlejuice with the most.